Hey, welcome back all you sports and gambling fans out there. Are you ready for some NHL betting? I know I am. And here's Dave Golokhov that will put us right to sleep with his first half of the season lessons. Nah, I'm just kidding, everyone. But first, I do want to say, Dave, you hit that Kings and Sharks over 5 goals pick this past Wednesday, so congratulations on that one. But those 3 NHL picks of yours, well, let's just say that you should stick to individual games. Anyways, back to the matter at hand. With the NHL All-Star break here, all you hockey fans out there are going to have to watch some beach volleyball, or maybe something else, or just do the next best thing and stick around. All right, Dave, so we've seen how the Kings have made it into the playoffs in the past, even after having a mediocre regular season. But now you say that this time looks a lot different for the champs and that they might be in trouble. So what's up with that?
Kings are definitely in trouble. This is a team that is really struggling to keep pucks out of the net, and that's a big problem. Talking about a team that allowed 2.05 goals per game last year, which was the best in the NHL. This is exactly what their calling card has been in the Daryl Sutter era. Quality defense, stopping the opponent, keeping these games low scoring. You know, they've struggled in regular seasons past and still snuck into the playoffs and still been a problem in the playoffs. But the issue is that in those seasons, they were still good defensively and just struggling offensively. Right now, they are a mess defensively, and when their biggest strength is their biggest weakness, that's a problem. Goaltender Jonathan Quick, just 3 wins in 15 road games this season. Save percentage under 900 on the road. That's horrible. Save percentage under 900 in the month of January. That's pretty bad, too. This is a Kings team that's lost 12 of 18 and would not be in the playoffs if they started today. And my first lesson I would say that I've learned from the first half is the Stanley Cup champs are on the ropes unless their defense perks up.
All right, man. With the Kings sucking right now, how's the West looking like?
Well, the West as a whole, we're looking at a changing of the guards. That's lesson number 2 right now. You take a look at a bunch of teams that made the playoffs last year would not be in the playoffs if they started today. We're talking about the Colorado Avalanche, who were finished with the 2nd most points last season. The Dallas Stars, who pushed the Anaheim Ducks in the first round last year and were expected to be a team on the rise after picking up Ales Hemsky and Jason Spezza. Who else are we looking at? Going in, you've got Nashville Predators, you've got the Calgary Flames, the Vancouver Canucks, the Winnipeg Jets. You know, a big changing of the guard in the Western Conference, which is really supposed to be the big boy conference of the two. It goes to show you that, it's not maybe as strong as we thought, especially with Nashville going from out of the playoffs all the way to the number 2 seed right now. So changing of the guards in the West is lesson number 2.
All right, let's fly now to the East Coast. Now, we pretty much all expected that the Pens and the Bruins, this was going to be their year, but they've kind of fallen short. Now, how's everything in this spot, man?
Well, this is another surprising lesson that we've learned from the East. It is wide open. This is a conference that we came into from the preseason thinking that, okay, again, it's Boston or it's going to be Pittsburgh. One of those 2 teams is going to be representing this conference in the Stanley Cup. We all thought that these 2 teams were maybe not head and shoulders above the rest as we saw in previous years, but still a cut above. That is far from the case. If the playoffs started today, the Bruins would be the number 8 seed, barely squeaking in. As for the Penguins, this is a team that's been horrible of late. What have they dropped? 10 of 13 now. They were really struggling. Goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury looked great. Then they signed him to the contract extension. Now he's a problem again. And these 2 teams are not the elite teams that we thought they were. And then you take a look at everybody else. There is a big party mix of teams that you could bet on in terms of futures. Detroit's up there. The Islanders are near the top. The Tampa Bay Lightning, the Montreal Canadiens. You got those 4 teams. Then you also got the Pens around 5 or 6. There's a lot of options for you if you're looking to take a shot with one of those teams to win the Eastern Conference. I don't think it's Pittsburgh. I don't think it's Boston. It's going to be somebody else, and there could be some value on the lines.
All right, now let's bring out the drum roll in this case, and this might be making you a little bit happy, eh? I mean, it's been over a couple of decades since a Canadian team actually won the Stanley Cup. So how's it looking for you guys?
Well, I don't think anybody's going to win the Cup from Canada this year, but little Canadian pride for those north of the border. Looks like if things hold up as they are right now, 4 Canadian teams would make the playoffs, which is a big boost from last year when it was only the Canadians. I think realistically, if you're looking at teams to win the Stanley Cup, it's really only Montreal. I don't think Vancouver can do it. Calgary is obviously years away. Winnipeg as well, I think, is phony. I don't even know if the Jets make the playoffs, but they're in right now. They're actually one of the teams that we were talking about in changing the guard that looks like they might be going. But impressive that the Canadian teams have at least managed to rebuild and get back in the mix. Of course, everybody except for Edmonton, which is the cellar dweller and still can't figure out how to do this whole hockey thing.
All right, Dave. Hey, man, great talking with you. Valuable insights here. Lovely look now for the All-Star break. I guess everyone will be back on Monday with some more NHL coverage and some free picks here. Until then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.